Hey, welcome to another heavy metal diecast video, and today's bad boy we have got here today is from jcwings. It is a 1/72nd scale diecast. It is an A-7 Corsair or Corsair II, which was an American carrier-capable fighter developed by Vought for use with the United States Air Force and also the US Navy in the 60s. It entered service in 1967 before being retired in 1991. These were built from 1965 to around 1984 with 1,545 aircraft built in all their variants. And it did see combat operations during the Vietnam War and a couple of other conflicts as well, right up to the Gulf War prior to its retirement. So it does come in a nice little presentation sort of box. It does have like a little packet of its ordnance accessories, which we'll just put to the side. Has some really nice details about the aircraft and the actual particular aircraft and the 354th Tactical Fighter Wing that this aircraft is from. And this particular aircraft is an A-7D, which, as I said, did serve with the 354th Tactical Fighter Wing, which was initially based at Myrtle Beach. That's what the AFB is on the tail there. And in 1970, before they were transferred to the Vietnam Theatre of Operations for combat duties, where they operate out of bases out of Thailand. But what we'll do is we'll get this bad boy open and have a look at this in all its metal glory. So we'll just open this bad boy up. So this is the beast out of the packet. What I like about these jcwings ones too is they have this little base plate in a lot of their boxes, which you can, if you so choose to do so, have your aircraft displayed on here. And it is a, it looks like a little airfield sort of runway, and it does, it makes for a bit of a nice look if you want to display your aircraft on it. But it is like a cardboard, so it's a pretty thick stock as well. But what we'll do is we want to concentrate on the aircraft, so we'll just take this off. It is in a nice foam container. It does come with a little collector's card, which does have details on it. These are a limited run of 600. Okay, so there's not too many of these bad boys around, and these are pretty cool. They do have the cards that do have some details on there, which is pretty nice, and it does have a detailed set of instructions in there as well. But who needs instructions? What we'll do is we'll grab this beast out of the foam packet right now. I like it sort of in the foam packet. It's not like those blister packs sometimes, which can be really annoying, hard to get out. And there we have it. This is a pretty cool looking unit, as I like to say. I reckon the coloration is really nice. The Vietnam War era colours, very commonly painted. The American fighters and aircraft were commonly painted in this sort of camouflage scheme. But the overall details of this build is very nice. As I said, this is by jcwings. The cockpit does open, and you can be afforded a little bit of detail in there. It does have some cockpit details. And overall, very nice. The paint on it's beautiful. The tail markings are really nice. Overall, this is very well detailed. We'll just flip it on its back. And as you can see there, it's got for all the landing gear, and then all the points for your ordnance that comes in that little blister packet. And I think that even the detail underneath is really nice. You can see the fine details through there. I think is really exquisite. And I think you'd definitely be happy with this if you don't have a sort of a Corsair in your collection. I reckon these are cool little aircraft. As I said, it's not huge, but it isn't tiny either. It does, sausage finger test. It is reasonably sized. But I think overall it is a really nice looking aircraft. And what we'll do is we'll kit this out properly and have a real good look. So we'll chuck some landing gear and some ordnance on. Sounds like a plan. Okay, here we have it. Oh, wowee. This was excruciating to do for my fingers. There is so many, there's 1, 2, 3 little bay doors on each side here. They have the two, and then, novel thing, this wheel does move around as well, and it does roll. These do roll as well. There's also these two little tiny struts that have to go in as well. I just couldn't, for this video, I just couldn't get my fingers in there. And in here, there is also this little arrestor hook, but I'm scared I'm going to snap it by trying to force it into that little hole. So for the purpose of this video, I decided I will rather not break it. I'll just do it as much as I can, do it. But it is quite fiddly. It is quite, I mean, this thing is packed to the gills with ordnance. She is ready to, drop some serious loads over Vietnam. But it is just, it is a handful to put together. Ideally, look, I reckon it would be awesome if they had like a module that was, section was already done and you could just drop that straight in. That would have been perfect. This wasn't so bad doing that, but the fiddling around, it is a bit of a handful. It reminded me of that F-104 Starfighter I just did by Corgi just recently, and that was a same sort of deal with all those little bay doors. There's a lot of tiny bay doors there, but look, overall, I mean, it's still this thing's a beast. It's really well made. The details on it, as I said, are really nice, and the canopy opens nice and easy. You do have a pilot figure that you can chuck in there. It's got the tinted windscreen. It's got all nice details. I think the build of it is fantastic. If you have the ability, unlike myself, to put delicate things together, you will not have an issue with this. But I did. But I'm an old bastard, and I've got sausage fingers, and it's all working against me. So. But I still reckon it's a really nice unit. It does present pretty nicely, and does will sit nicely on your shelf, and has a pretty good presence about itself. And it's something a little bit different. It's not a Phantom, so it's not a Vietnam Phantom or anything like that. It's not a Thud or anything, but I reckon it's pretty cool. So I'll leave it with that. So once again, this is the Corsair II from the 354th Tactical Fighter Wing, as used over in the Vietnam Theatre of Operations in 1972. I'll just put her on the deck here. Hopefully she'll sit nicely, and I'll zoom in a little bit. But yeah, I reckon she's a nice unit. I got this for about 140. It was including delivery to me, so which wasn't too bad. And it's not totally small, so it's reasonably large with my sausage fingers. So, but I reckon it's pretty cool. So yeah, this is by jcwings, 1/72 scale, full die cast. But it is a little bit fiddly here and there. But if you've got hand skills and eye coordination, it should be okay for you. But for me, it was just a little bit of a handful. But I still reckon it's a really nice unit. So yeah, all right, if you found this a little bit helpful, throw us a like if you can, and even subscribe to the channel, the usual deal. I will take some photos of this bad boy and post them up after the conclusion of this video, which is happening right now. And also you can check it on the turntable spinning around without the sausage fingers in the way. And all right guys, thank you so much for spending the time with me once again, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers everyone.